Robert Smith, man. How you been?
I've been living, man. I've been living. That's all I can say for right now.
All right, brother. Look, so here we go. So, I've been following you for a hot minute. I seen that were playing arena football with the Mississippi Raiders. Um, we're gonna get to that in a minute. What I want to do is I want to talk to you about growing up, man. How did football play a key role in your life?
Man, football basically my whole life. I've been playing football since Pee Wee. And ever since then, I've been building up from right there and just playing the ball all my life.
I feel you, man. Look, so it starts off when you're young.
Yeah.
High school was, man. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Port Gibson High. Port Gibson High School down here in Claver County.
Okay. This is what
Way down here.
I feel you. So man, what position did you play?
In high school I played linebacker and running back in high school. But majority of linebacker.
Okay. So what's your favorite position?
My favorite position playing running back.
Running back? You one of those who's
Yeah.
gonna tote the damn ball,
Yeah. I'm a total. I'm a carrier.
huh? Oh, I feel you, man. So look, when it comes down to football, there's many different aspects of things. When it comes down to semi-pro, uh, how did you? Let's not even go semi-pro yet, because biggest thing is after high school, where did you end up going?
Uh, high, high school. I mean, after high school, I went from two different colleges, from Hives then to Colin.
Okay. Um, so did you I know you have a career in an arena. So did you get picked up after that, or did you go straight from college to semi-pro then to arena football?
No, I went from in college, but when I left Hives, I went to Colin. But when I went to Colin, I didn't actually play. I only went to I only practice through the spring. And after the spring, during the spring practice, I had tore my ACL, so I really couldn't play during the season. But since then, I ain't never give up on my dreams, nothing like that. So I had put in an application to try out for the Mississippi Raiders arena team. I made that team by trying out, and, and for now, it just kept going up.
So speaking about this arena team, man, I know this team. It's been kind of Mississippi Raiders is kind of one of those teams where it's last year was like it started off in 2019. It was a brand new team.
Yeah.
It started out at Hattiesburg. Now you see this team and it's jumped from Hattiesburg to Jackson. You know what? When you made that team, man, what was your mindset like? What did you think when you finally made that roster?
Man, when I made that roster, I was thinking, like, dang, I can't believe I made pro. But the whole time, it was just fraud.
I get it, man. Like, it's like
Like, it was
everybody
fraud. So,
underestimates arena football. It's still a professional level, because you get guys coming from
yeah.
NFL players, to just straight out of college players, um but going, how was your time in the arena game, like being with the Raiders?
With the Raiders, uh, I didn't really get too much playing time, too much playing time in there. But at the same time, I made it to every practice. I made it to every practice, no doubt. On time, not never late. Last one to leave, first one there. On during the season, on during the season, every- everything was going good until you got a new coach. Coach after that, like everything was going down.
So repeat that last thing,
You
man,
get
because you,
you
you
get
cut
me?
out a little bit. Yeah, you just cut out a little bit. So what were you saying that last part?
Oh, all right. Yeah, I said since we got a new coach, we had got a new coach. Everything was going down here. What up? That nigga scared of me. I don't know why.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm pretty familiar with with the Mississippi Raiders arena team wise. 2019. I was I tried out for that team. Uh, made it to the camp, and then COVID happened, so kind of cut out the whole season for that time. Didn't get really a chance to go play them or play with them.
Yeah,
But you know, speaking about the COVID situation, how did COVID affect your playing time, like football wise?
I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't let COVID stop me. I always worked out. I always put in a good time. I worked out with a couple high school buddies through COVID, and since then we just didn't let COVID stop us.
It was just that grind mode, regardless of what was going on, right?
Right.
So after the arena team, man. So is that when you went into semi-pro?
So after the Mississippi go, I mean, after the Mississippi Raiders, I had went to the Magnolia Spartans. There's another arena team I played for, and when I went there, I started when I played there. I played DB when I went there, and everything going good. Good team, good coaches. Only downfall was that the pay wise. They say they're gonna pay you, but don't pay you.
Man, I bet you that's a struggle too, because when you're as a player, man, you're putting your body on the line, and going into a paying league, you're expecting to be compensated for your playing time, and not doing that, man. I totally understand. The Voodoo had that issue, and back in New Orleans, where that they played their last game and nobody got paid. So I know it's a struggle.
Yeah, they had a lot of other guys out there. They had no place to stay or nothing like that. They brought all the out of state guys, but they ain't had nowhere to stay. So some of the state that were local had to let a couple guys to come stay with us.
Man. So going to the Mississippi Gulf Coast Raiders, how did that team like help you out?
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie to you. This team helped me out a lot. 'Cause ever since I came to the Mississippi Gulf Coast Raiders, I got calls from different teams, different leagues, and I just chose to stay with the Mississippi Gulf Coast Raiders because they the one gave me a real opportunity. So I wasn't just go up and leave like that, even though I had a better opportunity.
Okay. So I mean, so let's say this. Your last the season last that just passed up. What do you think about that last season? Like, how did you feel seeing like knowing I guess the last record of that playing season?
Um, I say we could have did better. We could have did better as a team and as a whole league because the team like we had some athletes, but it's just thing you can't be an athlete, you can't show up to practice. Like don't get me wrong, I know I can make it to the practice because I stay like almost 4 hours away, so I can't make it to practice because I work and practice be like late the afternoon. I stay like 4 hours away, and sometimes I can't make it. So don't get me wrong. The guys, the guys that I played with, they're some good fellas. And the coaches was good too. And Coach Shane, he a real man. He the real deal.
So talking about coaches, man. So yeah, so talking about coaches, how did those coaches help you out? Like as a not just as a player, but like personally, like as a person, how did those coaches like rub off on you like that?
Ooh, I, before I came to Mississippi Gulf Coast Raiders, I had a bad attitude. But since I got there, Coach Shane, he showed me a better way to do it, to handle things. And from there, I never had a problem again. I never had an attitude problem. I never threw a temper tantrum. And fathers getting angry for not playing. I never did that.
So I trust me, I've heard a lot about Shane. That, Shane could be a hard person to deal with, but you
Yeah.
know, that's the type of coaches that make a successful team, that make those, championship, opportunities. Um,
It's all I love.
looking back at the team y'all had last year to the team that's going on this year, what do you think the biggest change that it's going to happen? Like, what do you think what's the change that's going to happen?
Well, we bringing in some cool athletes, all around athletes, the players that can play more than one position. Uh, I know a couple guys he's bringing in came from a different team in the league. I heard about them. I heard they were good, but I really actually never just watch them play. So right now I'm just going off of base of what I hear until I really see what they can do.
Yeah, man, because like, so I everybody talks about DJ Law, and once you hear DJ Law, you think Last Chance U, and everything that comes with him.
Yeah.
Hearing that he's coming to your team now, what is like mentally? What is your mental like idea of what's going to happen? Like, you think it's going to be a good addition, or do you think it's going to bring, a lot of bad attention to the returning players because of just his name?
Uh, I'm gonna go with the six. I played football in a couple, like, I ain't gonna say he didn't play, but I'm like, I haven't heard about him playing like since he left the semi-pro team he was playing for back home. So if like it could be a good thing. It could be a good thing that he coming, but also be a bad thing to bring bad attention to other players. Cause other players are gonna be like cause now I'm be honest with you. 9 out of 10, he gonna start. He
Yeah,
gonna start in his position. And they're gonna bring bad tensions from players that been there because they they been wanting to play the whole season but didn't play. But he come in and he starting. They're not gonna sit right with them because they've been there for a whole season.
yeah. I mean, and that's the biggest thing, man. When you get somebody whose name has been out there, regardless of what the attention is about, you know, players who, like you said, who have been at that team for years and years expect that starting position. But when you bring somebody else in like that, that name is going to bring that attention, and they're like, oh yeah, DJ Law is here. We're going to put him at the starting position, not knowing how he is, being that he's been out of the game for probably a hot minute. Um, so I mean, when it comes down to the golf coach race, man, for this upcoming season, what is your goal as a player?
My goal as a player just just make it through it and make it out.
I feel that's all. That's pretty much all you can do right now.
Yeah.
So if let's just say like mid-season, uh, you get these opportunities to go and showcase your talents at a different, at the next level. Um, man, like what would you do? Like, if the team calls you and says, "Hey, we want you right now," which, yeah, I know it's a, I know it's one of those split decisions, but I mean, do you take it? Do you rock it out with your team until the last till the championship?
Uh, if I get a call like that, I'm not gonna just up and give my answer and say I'm gonna come or I'm gonna be there or anything like that. I'm gonna talk to my head coach, the team I'm playing for, before I make a decision. Even though it's my decision to make, I'm gonna talk to my coaches about it to make sure if I do this, I won't be in the wrong. Even though I won't be in the wrong, if I do take it without talking to him, it's just that it's all due respect. It's out of respect.
Yeah, no, it's I totally understand that, man. So look, so I I appreciate you, having you on this call, man. It truly, means a lot to the words that you're saying about that team. I'm sure they're gonna sit there and look back at this video and kind of pick at you for a minute. Um, but I appreciate you coming out here, man, for this video, and I really wish good luck on this season.
Thank you.